Today's 1085th day to come here to Lessons on Learn. I'm learning. I hope to support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today, speak about goals and systems. Now, if you want to become the person you want to become, goals and systems are the topics that we really need to get deep into. And I will share a little bit more today, and I will share a little bit like surface level, and of course, I will go a little bit deeper into what are the importance of goals and systems and which one are potentially more important. Of course, I understand that the balance between those really brings success. We're not able to think just about systems or just about goals. Because we need to understand, okay, what kind of goals and what kind of systems we build to achieve those goals. But at the same time, if we just build systems, I mean, we don't know where that leads to as well. It's not worth it because we can potentially get where we do not want to go. So, what are the things? So, first thing, we need to understand that we need to understand what are the differences between goals and systems. Number one, goals here is outputs, the things that we want to achieve, the outcomes. It could be making more money, a certain amount, maybe losing some weight. So, what are the certain outcomes that you want to achieve? Well, systems are the processes that you're able to do every single day to achieve that goal. So it means if you want to achieve to finish like maybe achieve some financial goal, maybe reading 10 pages a day, reaching out to 10 leads a day, maybe exercising half an hour a day. Like that means that your processes are exactly what you need to do every single day, maybe every single week to achieve your goal. Number two is like why systems work better. I think that in the long run, I think that we need to understand that 80% is systems and processes and 20% are goals. Because 80% everything comes from processes and systems. Because we're able to really have consistency and momentum. So that means consistency and momentum is built with systems, not with goals. Because have that goal, that in mind, that goal, but you're not be able to build consistency and momentum with that goal in mind. We're able to build consistency and momentum with the activities that you do every single day, process and systems that you every single day or maybe every single week that allows you to reach momentum, and that momentum, of course, will allow you to achieve your goal much, much faster. And of course, process systems reduce all the pressure. When we focus always on that goal that is potentially far away, we potentially can feel anxiety because it feels that if I will not achieve, like, or maybe if I will fail, or whatever it is, that it could be creating some kind of unneeded pressure. But when you focus on systems, you just do those small things that in a sense, it's not small, but you do small things that you are able to do every single day. So just I focus to do my daily activity and that's it. No pressure. Because I know that those activities, if I keep doing every single day, it will lead to my goal. Number control of variables. So that means that it could be that if we focus on just goal and external things have changed, we are very it's very hard to change the goal. But if you think about your life, when external things changes, it's much easier to change the process and systems that could still lead to the same goal. So process systems are much more malleable. They're able to really adjust them just to make sure. And sometimes when external things are really changing, you're able to downgrade, put a little bit less pedal on the gas, just to make sure that still keep going, keep doing the things necessary, keep building that momentum. And the last thing that I want to mention is that identity building. You're not able to build identity with your goal. It's nice to have that goal. You can think about okay, what kind of person you need to be to achieve the goal, but you're not building identity. But what builds identity is those action steps, is that consistency, is that momentum, is that system and processes. So when you are doing something every single day, you're building your identity. If you run every single day, you will build an identity of a runner. It's impossible not to see yourself a runner if you're running every single day. It's impossible not to see yourself as a business or if you're building a business every single day. So if you go having, I want to be a business owner, it will not build an identity. But if you build a business every single day, that consistency will change identity. So number three is that what are examples of the systems and goals? So some are very, very easy. So that means I want to lose 10 pounds. It's a goal. Well, system is that I will exercise 30 minutes a day. I already mentioned that. And I will eat my vegetables every single day. In writing, so I want to write a book. That's a goal. And it could be system, it could be I write 500 words a day. Financial could be that I want to save $10,000 in a year. And of course that we can look into like, okay, so if I wanted to make extra $10,000, okay, what do I need to do? Maybe I need to invest $100,000 with 10% investment return to really get in a year $10,000. So that means that what kind of systems process, what do you need to do to get there? Goal could be even learning, could be like learning a new language. But if, of course, you want to learn a new language, maybe you want to say that I every single day I practice 15 minutes that new language, and I will lead to learn new language. So what we need to do that. So sometimes we need to shift our mindset, and really sometimes we need to focus on the actions, not the outcomes. And systems are those actions. So the one shift is that focus on the actions, not the outcomes. And those actions will lead those outcomes. It's an interesting thing. When we focus on the outcomes, not the actions, we do not get the outcomes. But if we focus on the actions, not the outcomes, we get the actions that we actually wanted in the first place. Second thing is that we celebrate progress. So that the systems and processes are a lot of times able to focus on the milestones, all the processes, all the progress. Because when we focus on that goal, we sometimes we do not appreciate the progress. And progress gives a lot of times those that energy. Because when you celebrate the progress, that gives energy, and you're able to use that energy to take more actions, and that more actions will lead to more progress and more energy. And at the same time, be able to embrace the failure. So process. When you focus on the process, you appreciate the failure. When you focus on the outcome, you don't appreciate sometimes because the only success is achieving that outcome. But when you focus on the process, anything is great because you are executing. Everything is great when you focus on the process because you're executing. And it's a big change because when your execution is your goal, when execution is your process, it doesn't matter what happens. You know that you're moving forward because you're learning, you get better. At the same time, the fifth thing that I want to mention is a service level is a sustainability of the systems. That means that the biggest benefit of systems is that you're able to sustain it no matter what. You're able to do that during a good day, during a bad day. It doesn't matter how you feel. Because sometimes when you think about goals, one day you feel energized. You feel that you can really achieve whatever you want. And you have that goal. But the other day, you potentially could be down. You're not as that powerful human being that you thought another day. And that sometimes you just want to give up on that goal. But when you have a system and process in place, it doesn't matter because you know that you're able to execute. You're able to execute on that system, on that process, because you did that over and over again. You know that you're able to do that. So you just keep doing what you already did. And it's so much better to actually achieve your goal when you really focus on the process, when you focus on the system. I think that sometimes we need to ask, okay, exactly, what kind of systems, what kind of processes do I have right now? What are my goals? And I guess we always need to look at, okay, what is my goals? What are my systems? And how many processes and systems do I have on every single goal? Do I have processes and systems to achieve any kind of goal? It might be that it's just random dream that I have. Because if you don't have systems and process, most likely when something happens, you will fall out, you will quit. I think that a lot of times people quit not because they don't have willpower, that they don't have that really massive desire to achieve it. I think that a lot of times people quit because they've never had systems, never had processes. And even Steve Jobs said that you need to be crazy not to quit. You need to love what you do. And if you love what you do, if you find this systems and process and you take actions every single day to achieve the goal. Because I think that people who in love with goals a lot of times miss to love their process, to love the process to achieve their goal. And I truly believe that. So I hope that you reflect on all the goals that you have, all the most meaningful goals that you have. What kind of process you have, because those processes are very, very important to adjust them, malleable, because they're able to really look into how those processes lead to the goal. Because a lot of times I think that we have a goal and we think that certain action, certain process will lead to the goal. But I think that sometimes the process actually doesn't serve our goal. And there's so many things that here is very, very important. Sometimes a long-term goal, we have long-term goal and we have short-term goals. And sometimes short-term goal doesn't align with the long-term goal. And that's where you need to adjust, like say, okay, is this short-term goal aligns with the long-term goal? And if yes, okay, what kind of processes do I have right now for this short-term goal? Because when you achieve that short-term goal, you're able to adjust your process and systems to move to another goal. And that's very important to understand that one process that served you to achieve one goal might be stopping you from moving to move to another goal. And that's why we need to adjust and really reflect on process. Is the process that I used to do in the past is still serving me right now? And when you reflect on that, you're able to adjust. Or maybe you have more clarity and execute on that process even better. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.